There's ways to organize your planner in a way that is decorative, functional, and fun at the same time. Well, hello everyone. I am so glad you popped in for this video. I'm working with a stationery kit from Coco Daisy. This is called Summer Avenue. So many fun little things in it. There's the vellum and here's the acetate for the month. This kit is always one of my favorites. It did come with a nice little clip this month, which is coming in handy because I'm working in my traveler's notebook. This is the standard size traveler's notebook that comes with the planner kit. Now they also can sell it separately, or you can actually pick up the simple notebook, which is a little bit different, less grid papers, more decorative papers in between, less place to write. So I'm in here because I want to make this another weekly spread. What I'm planning to do for the month of June is, because I don't need a lot of daily pages, I want to use these pages more of as a weekly overview. And then you're saying, well, Kim, that's what the stripe pages are up front for. Well, this month in June, I'm going to use those for meal planning and groceries. I got the idea from Tanya. I will link her YouTube down below. She does a great job of doing weekly spreads, weekly setups, monthly spreads. She does a great job imagining her planner in a different way. I love watching her YouTube. Also, Amy in my Patreon group, she also alerted me to the fact that she's doing it. So let's bandwagon. Let's go ahead and get on that train. And we're going to use the front pages for grocery lists and meal planning. So this is what I want to work in today. I love this spread. It's got some geraniums and some ivy falling down. Sunny days ahead. I'm very much looking forward to it. But we are going to play with shapes today. The shape I'm looking at is the sticky note. And I'm going to use the sticky note in just a little bit of a different way, because we got these stickers in the stationery kit. These are called, if you looked on the description on the Coco Daisy website, these are called scene building stickers. And I thought, oh my gosh, what a gorgeous, wonderful way to kind of add some sort of fun into our planners. Now, the thing is with this is that, number one, they're large scale. Number two, you could just easily just line the bottom of your page with these, which is fine. I'm going to do it in just a little bit of a different way by using the sticky notes, and I'll show you what is in my head. I don't know if I can actually execute it, but at least I have an idea of how I'm headed. So I take the sticky note and I've just cut off this top part. I might use that later, I might not, but I'm planning to do a series of 3 boxes here. Or maybe here, that would probably work better with those geraniums and then the wording on here. Or maybe here in the middle, because then I can write on the outside. That would work great. So many different options with this. But the whole point of this sticky note, and I'm going to need 3 of them to make 3 boxes, is I'm going to build scenes within this box and then put this box on here. That way I can make sure that everything stays within the box, if you know what I mean. So everything can hang over if it wants, and I'll just trim it off later. This one looks like it's a cute little cafe. If you look at some of the New England towns, they usually have these row houses that are along the seaside, and they're all the same height, and they're all squished together. So that is what I'm trying to do here. And these scene builder stickers are a little bit thicker than your normal stickers that come in the kits. All right, so there's my first scene. Really didn't take much. And it doesn't take much trimming either, but I am gonna just shore this up to make sure it's just the perfect size. Let's do the next one. Again, just chopping off this part. Might use that later. Let's build another scene. This time I wanna do something like there's a bistro and like a cafe table, but I want it to have the building behind it. Let's do a really tall building. So you're looking down the street this way, and then this bistro sign is on the house, the row next to you. And then there'll be like a little cafe here, but we got to build the row house first. So this is here. And let's build our little cafe right in front of the scene here. And then I have just a little bit of house this direction, and I'm going to flip this around because you really won't be able to tell, but at least it'll fill up that gap. Now that looks like another house. All right, let's trim this up and it becomes another scene. I'm curious to see what Christine has in store for us for these scene builders. I've never thought of building scenes in my planner before, so it's nice to have that. And then there's some like words on the side. So there's two. Let's do one more and we'll do like a vehicle kind of one, or maybe we should make this a little bit more exciting and have the bike somewhere. Let's do that. The bike is rolling in style in front. It needs some perspective because not all things have that much and stuff of just in background. So now we're working in the foreground. I think that's great. Next up is the last one. Let's do something up tall and then have the cars in front. Maybe build another house here. Have this car go this way, and this car go this way. That looks cute. I think what I want to do is also add the top of this roof over here to make it look like it's actually in a city and there's another house with another roof. That looks like fun. All right, now let's talk about how we want to get these in here and placement. So there's the bistro one and the house one and the car one. They all go so magically together. Now it looks like they're just floating. I want to make like something to go around them to make them look like they're not floating. I think what I'm just going to do is to take my Tombow marker and just kind of go across the edge, just creating some sort of picturesque window. Darken those sides just a little bit. All right, I've got my 3 scenes right here, and now I have plenty of space to add whatever I want to. A Monday. And then we'll make a box. I'm going to use an acrylic block for this. It's going to be a lot easier and I'll get much more precision from the box shape if I just use an acrylic stamp block. And I don't have to have the corners together. I'm not worried about that. Now we'll add another one down here and then one in the middle. There you go. That is perfect for me. Let's add the next couple days. Wednesday. And just to add a little bit more fun, I'm going to go ahead and add just a couple of these fun little stickers. I have this tree, like it's lining the boulevard. Just add that right here. Connect that, and how about a big old baguette, since we're talking about a bistro, because it would be so cute in this corner. All right, so there I have some plans. I'm gonna go ahead and use my dot marker and just make a nice little straight line of dots. So for this side, what I wanna do is continue the house theme, but just on a smaller scale. The stationery kit does have some of these smaller row houses, and while I don't wanna build something that goes all the way across the page, just a couple would be fine. I'm leaving some space about above the bottom, because I am planning to use the beautiful washi tape that came in the kit. It's this scalloped edge, gorgeous seawall with the vines on it. I just think it's just gorgeous. I love these little tag tops. I'm gonna put one right here underneath, right in the middle. Then I'm gonna take my same marker I used on this side, but I'm going to draw just a square box. Actually, it'll be a rounded box. I'm going to use my actual sticky notes for it too. Line this up and use the fine tip. Go all around my sticky notes. And then I have one of these vellum die cut stickers. I want to hang from this corner here. I think that would be cute. And then I'm going to add this one as well. I want them to look like they're hiding behind each other. I think it would be fun. So while I don't need the top portion of a space, I can certainly use the bottom portion and still use the sticky notes as my guide. And just remember that I don't really need to write across the top. It's more of like just a guideline. After much deliberating, I feel like I have unused parts, which is the other half of here. I'm going to flip this over and put it right here. And I know that I just pulled off the seagull just so I could put that on there. And now let's do one last tracing of this side of our sticky note. And that should work out perfect where I don't have to draw anymore. That works. And then one last sticker in this one. We'll just do this little anchor here. That would be cute. And now I have a place to label each one of these sections if I wanted to. I could write along the edge with a little script. I think that would be fun. Well, I thought it turned out pretty cute. I hope you did too. There's ways to organize your planner in a way that is decorative, functional, and fun at the same time. Thanks for joining me, and I hope to see you guys soon. Bye.